Good day, everyone. My name is Toby Akonji, and we are here to sensitize you about the Lagos Metropolitan Area's Youth Convocation that is coming up March 29th to 1st of April 2024. I'm not the only one here at this time. I have with me the secretary of the programs committee. That's our father and brother, Elder Sam Olusegun. And I also have the welfare coordinator, a busy directorate of welfare. We call her Yafin, Thickness Fumi Ajayi. So we'll just be talking to you basically on the youth convocation that is coming up shortly in this month. And I know you are expectant. But first and foremost, let me ask you, have you registered? Registration for the convocation is just 1,500 naira, and it's online. If you have gotten your PIN, endeavor that you have registered, because there will be no on-site registration this year. So you must be registered to access the convocation this year. So don't wait till the last day when there'll be traffic on the site. Make sure that you are registered. Elder Sam, is it certain that there will be no on-site registration this year?
Well, it is our strong desire that there won't be on-site registration. And it is not just the program planning committee's decision. It is an agreement of all leaders in Lagos Metro. So I would say certainly we do not expect that there will be on-site registration, because that has always set us back in the past years in the execution of some of our proposals and plans. So to answer the question, there will not be on-site registration.
So you have heard it. Youth, convocants, pastors, leaders, superintendents, please help us to talk to the youth. We don't want a situation where we start receiving phone calls. Please, Joe, help me register my child. For proper planning and effectiveness, we want a very good output in the convocation. We want it to be planned for well. So the earlier you register, the better for us. So thank you very much. So let's go to the programs. Now that they are registering as we are speaking. Okay, please.
Mike. Yeah, definitely there's not going to be on-site registration. And if there is any issue, there is a contact number there whereby you can reach out to, so that the person will help you. Reach out to your area leader and to the Directorate of Registration. They are willing to help you so that we will not register on site that day. Thank you.
All right, so you've heard it. If there's any issue while you are registering, contact any of the numbers from your leaders and you'll be attended to immediately. So, as I was saying, sir, programs, what should we expect this year?
All right. To the glory of God, a lot of activities has been put in place to make this year's edition a laudable one. From the first day till the last day, it promises to be exciting and soul-lifting. On the first day, by the grace of God, we'll have our usual welcoming, but this time around is going to be with a difference in the sense that by the grace of God, our Father, the new Lona Territorial Chairman, will be gracing the occasion, and it will be his first time as the Lona Chairman. So we'll be expecting to hear the keynote address from him. And apart from our regular activities, we'll be having a young brother, a young youth, just like we have started in recent time, to give us insight into the program in the way of charge. And by the grace of God, we'll be considering the topic planted for flourishing and fruitfulness. And that is going to be a summary of the promises of the Lord in the book of Psalm 92, verse 13, to be precise. So that is what we are expecting on that Friday. And then there's going to be a little deviation from what we are used to in recent time. On Friday, usually, we used to have drama night. But this edition, we are going to have power night in place of drama. That does not mean we are not going to have drama at all. So we just want to bring a little flexibility into it. So drama will now be coming up on Saturday rather. So we'll be having power night. So we want to sleep with the strength and the grace of God that will be granted us through the power night. And it's going to be a serious one, because the topic we'll be considering is Give Me This Mountain, where it is a time for our emancipation, and we want to take it as, because we are aware of the promises of the Lord, just like Caleb and Joshua did, that give me this mountain when Caleb declared. So we want to take it, and that is what we want to close the night with. And then we'll be opening the Saturday with an atmosphere of worship. And then after that, we'll be having a teaching. And by the way, let me quickly add that just like we started last year, we have a separate section for the teenagers. I am sure the teenagers are actually looking forward to it again, because it was an awesome experience in the last year's edition. So after the atmosphere of worship, they will be separated for their own session to have their own unique experience. And we'll be having various sessions for them on that Saturday morning. We'll be looking at the tech world. We want to look at artificial intelligence and some other things like that for the teenagers. So there are a lot of things to expect. And of course, later in the evening, there will be drama. And before the drama, we'll also have the Bible study. And we'll also be having the sporting events. This year again, we'll be looking at track events and varieties of sporting activities. So I'm using this time to also encourage those areas that have not registered or showed interest in the sporting activity to quickly do that. And Sunday is going to be very awesome, because we are bringing one of our finest fathers to come and teach us. This man is a teacher, and for the sensitivity of the topic we are considering, we are bringing him. So by the grace of God, our father, Pastor I.J. Fakunle, will be coming to teach us on Sunday. And much later, we'll be having empowerment session, where we have identified some individuals that have done so well for themselves in their chosen field. So we want to look at the story behind the glory that we are now seeing. So we'll be having someone like our brother who is an elder in the body of Christ, that Tolu Afolabi, will be coming to share his experience. Was he so rosy? Was he so sweet climbing the ladder and attaining or almost at the peak of his career? And then we have one of our revered father, Elder Benga Oluwo, will also be coming to share his experience. This is one man that God has so much blessed that whatever he lays his hands upon to do, it will just be like maybe God is waiting for him to just launch out. Want to know what is the story behind this glory that we see. And there is another woman that we are bringing. She's into policing. She's in Nigeria, a member of the Nigerian police force, that has done so well for her. And one amazing story that we heard about her, this award-winning individual. She's a Christian, and she flaunts it anywhere she goes. So we want to hear some things about her, what are the challenges she's facing in this field, and so many more that we need to hear from her. And of course, in the evening, we are going to dig it deep in Easter in concert, you know, and we'll be having variety too. Our ever-ready YCC are ready for this task, and some other talented individual will be coming. And on Monday, that will be rounding up, we want to do Jesus walk like we did last day, but it's going to be an improvement over what we have. So I can tell you, at the close of the convocation, any convocant will return so much more that people that know them, we know that they have certainly been with the Lord, because it is actually going to be a refreshing moment. Thank you.
Wow, that was comprehensive enough. And as you were reeling out those programs, I felt the convocation should just start tomorrow. I can't wait to be part of that convocation. I'm sure as you are getting to, you want to be a part of it, especially Sunday, Pastor Fakunle coming to teach us in the convocation. That's loud. That's really loud. So we are all expectant, and we trust God that in as much as He has planted us, we will flourish and will be fruitful in Jesus' name. All right, so having heard the programs, let me speak to welfare. You know, one of the complaints all the time is food, even though we know that, yes, there has been an improvement all the time. And we know that the economy now, a bag of rice is about 80,000 naira. So what should we expect from food? Is it that people should just fast and we'll break on the third day? Or what do we expect for food?
Thank you very much, and welcome viewers at home. Yeah, thank you, Elder Sam, for that spiritual food. So let's go now to the physical food we can see. Just like the moderator said that food nowadays is a bag of rice, but we are trusting God that no matter what, we will definitely skate through. With God on our side, we are planning to feed the minimum of 5 times in this convocation, despite the fact that we did not increase our rate, which is a 1.5 per convocant. So on the arrival date, which is a Friday, as expensive as rice is, we are still going to feed everybody with rice on that very day. Yes, trusting God. God is more than capable and is more than able. So we are going to have rice on that day for everybody. And going to Saturday, you know, after the work, and we'll come back for brunch. And it's going to be porridge, or let me just say farmhouse porridge. That is, we play around farmhouse porridge. Let's leave it at that. You enjoy it, I'm sure of that. And in the evening too, we'll still have dinner for everybody. So you are still going to be well fed. Same on Friday, on Sunday, being the Easter now. You know, it's going to be, the food is going to be palatable because it's Easter, and you want to not to feel bad that assuming I'm at home, we will have been well fed. You are going to take jollof rice that day. Trust. Yes. Trust. You're going to have jollof rice. And in the evening, you're still going to have dinner. On Monday, you still have something too. I believe that if the only thing I need you to do for me is that before leaving the house, put yourself on a scale, check your weight. Where you are living, you are going to increase in size, because with God, all things are possible. Thank you.
Okay, they should check their weight.
Yes.
I'm sure they will do that.
Sure.
And I hope they will not reduce in size.
No, they are going to increase in size.
Because you don't know how much they eat at home.
I will feed everybody. You know, another thing is, if you have to go about the price, the portion, or it won't work. But there are some individuals that God is blessing that are reaching out to us. So if we are doing a subsidized something, people are coming. And I'm even using this medium to beg people out there. We are your children. If God touched you and you think you want to give back to us, feel free to come to us. Nothing is too small and nothing is too big. A bag of rice will fill about 250 people, and that means you are sowing seed. So we are expecting you to reach out to us on that aspect.
Wow, thank you very much. Should they bring their plates, or you give them plates?
No, I'm not going to give plates. So please, when you are coming from your area, organize your plate for the food. Come with your plate, and I'm sure you will not go back with empty plate. The plate you come with will be filled with food. Thank you.
All right, you have heard it. Now, this is for only those who have registered. Don't go and tell them in your neighborhood they are sharing food in our church. Let them come. If they want to come, 1,500. And the registration will close next week, Sunday, on the 17th of March. 17th of March registration is closing. So if you have not registered, or you know anybody in your area, district, and assembly that has not registered, please go and register now. Thank you. All right, let me come back to Elder Sam, and I want us to lay more emphasis on the teenage class. Now, some people feel that the camp is for children. So I think we should just sensitize them that the main youths now have their own separate class, and the teenagers have their own separate class. So let's just sensitize them on that, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. Now, all of us are youths, and by the grace of God, the convocant, when you register, we have a place for everybody. But the adult youth, let me put it that way, our seniors, they will be in the main auditorium. That's the National Temple Hall. And then for the younger youths, that is the people we refer to as teenagers. For some sensitive sessions, they will have their own. So on Saturday, we are going to separate them. The early hour, they will be having the tech world. You know, it is a tech world now. We want to look at the AI. So we have people that are going to tell us how to maximize this AI and the good, the pro and the cons, and then the good and the side effect, and how to make the best out of it. We have some professionals that will come in to take them on. And then much later, we'll also be having a session for them on Sunday where we'll be looking at empowerment. For them, the empowerment we'll be looking at is, because it is expected that they will still be in school, either in secondary school or higher institution. So our God really wants us to strike balance both in our social life and our academic life, as well as our spiritual life. So we are looking at striking a balance for them, how while in school they can finish strong, what they can do to graduate well, and to yes, you are going to school, but all you are going to do is not just book and read all through. There are people that will tell us some strategies to use so that you'll be able to balance every aspect of your life, and then you will finish strong. So we are looking at striking a balance, finishing strong. And then also, there will also be taught some other aspects of life, that after school, what is next? The challenges outside there. How do you cope? How do you fit in? You know, so we have people that will be coming to talk to them about it. So there is a place for everybody. While the adult youth are occupied with some other things, these people are also going to be occupied with things that connect with them and affect their growth and their life. So much more that when they go back home, like I said, and I'm very, very sure, because we know what we have planned, the people at home will know that, no, certainly there is a difference. These people have been to the mountain and they have met with the Lord.
Wow. So this is going to our parents that are skeptical about releasing their children for convocation. Some parents will say, we don't even know what you are going to do there. But this time around, as teenagers, there's a special attention. It has started last year. It will continue again. There's a special attention on the teenagers. So parents, please, let's release our young ones to also be a part of this. Like, it should be like an Easter picnic for them, where they can come and enjoy themselves in the presence of God. And to youths too, who feel that the camp is for children, no, it's actually for every one of us as youths. In as much as you're still a youth and a young person, either a young adult or a young youth in the church, the place for you is there. And that brings me to talking about accommodation. Of course, people also complain that accommodation this and that. But I know we have guest houses available in the compound and even around, even if you don't get in the compound. For adult youth that may want to find somewhere to lodge or something, there are hotels, there are guest houses around where you can lodge. So just come and see it as a time with God. You can bring your family. Talking about family, can they bring children?
Yes, like I said, there is a place for everyone in our Father's house. This camp is actually for youth, but we have some senior youth that have children, and it's actually not meant for them. But peradventure we find them around. There is also provision. I am not saying they should bring them, but if they must come, there is a place for them. So we have arrangements for them. And before our welfare director will speak concerning the accommodation, I think I have a little knowledge of some of the proposals that we have. And thank God for the church leadership. Just like we have been brainstorming, they are also thinking for us to open up a lot of accommodation for us. There are some restricted areas that our fathers are also considering releasing for us. Though they are skeptical about our ability to manage them. And this is an appeal to every convocant. There are sensitive places that they will give to us. Please, if you are allocated there, I'm appealing because so many things are at stake because of some other time. Please, let's make sure we manage them and we leave those places better than we met them. So I know that all will be taken care of.
Thank you very much. So you want to talk about accommodation?
Yeah, thank you very much. All has been said, but then what we need to add is that like the moderator said, there are guest houses, and the accommodation director has put it on the platform. Probably the information has not gotten to some areas. There are guest houses in here that you can pay a token at subsidized rates, because it's not what they are giving others that they give us. So majorly for those that have children, you can get such place so that you can be at the lookout of your children. And another thing is that the accommodation directorates are doing wonderful this time around. They want to put everybody according to their directorate, as in putting everybody together, like the choir being together, the welfare being together, the registration unit being together. This will make a teamwork, and it will make everything effective. So anywhere they put us, we should try and endeavor to use it well, and believe that it's a camp. I'm sure we cannot have 100% comfort, but definitely there will still be comfort. So even when we went to serve, we don't have 100% comfort. So we should have this at the back of our mind. But then we should still believe that we will be okay. Thank you.
So we are trusting that this year it will just only get better than what it used to be. All right, so as we try to round up now, let's just talk on Bible study. Yes, we've been doing Bible study for a while now. And while I want to also merge that our expectation as convocants to programs. We see a lot of convocants roaming about during programs where we beg them to come in, try to use security to bring them in and all of that. How do we want to work on that this time around this year?
Okay. Well, we are not ignorant of the reasons why these young people roam about. And that is why we want to beg our people to register in good time. In one of our previous editions, we're trying to advise or chase people in, and some of their excuses were that they've not been given accommodation, they've not been served food, they've not been, so many things have not been attended to. And it is because at the planning stage, we envisage so number of people, and we plan for such number with extra, but at the end of the day, we see overwhelming or increase in the number of people that register on site. So it gave a tough time to be able to take care of everybody, and we can't chase them back since they have come. But now, if they register on time, everybody will be allocated accommodation on time, material will be distributed. Our plan, there will not be accreditation on that day if we go by what we have proposed, if everybody can comply. A week before the convocation, they would have received their materials, they will have an idea of where they will be lodged. So when they come, they just move in, and when it's time for program, they will move in. And then there are some of the programs that didn't interest the convocant in previous edition. So we have decided to improve on them so much that everything that is done, you will be interested. And if things go as planned, you may even be pressed to go and ease yourself. But because you are interested in what is going on, you will rather want to stay till the end. That's just by the side. If you are pressed, please go and ease yourself. You know, so we are not expecting to see anyone roam about. And then we are also going to involve some of our leaders. They will be around, they will be available, area leaders, area officers. When we are all around, we will find out that it will be difficult for these young youths to roam about, because they see it as freedom. We are free away. But when they see us around, they know that when so person is around from my area, I dare not try to roam about. Of course, we can't rule it out. Young people, we are always very restless. But trust me, the program of events and activities that we have are designed to captivate them, to make them sit indoor and participate in the program. And like the welfare directorate and people in charge of food had promised us in some of our meetings, that food will be ready hours before the time scheduled. So there will not be any roaming about at all. We'll tell them there is time created for rest and social. In fact, okay, I didn't mention, we have segment or area marked for social interaction. So we want to mix and mingle together. it is going to be coordinated actually. So we want to interact with ourselves, want to socialize, and we want to meet and make some new friends. So instead of waiting till midnight when leaders have gone to sleep, you want to see that brother or that sister, we want you to see and meet in the daytime.
So there's no special prayer at night.
No. There will be special prayer, but no eating prayers at night.
All right.
Yeah, thank you very much. Based on keeping people inside also, there's something we discovered from the welfare department that most of the time you see them say, I want to go and take water. I want to go and do this. So we intend this time around to put water in some strategic places whereby it will be inside the church. So you can only take water there, then we'll put some trash can where you put it. Probably we'll put some biscuit. You know, there are some people that cannot stay for that long period. And as I want to go and buy this because of special ailments. So we need to consider all of that. So that's one of the reasons why we believe that people always go up and down. So we'll look into that from the welfare department and do justice to it as well.
Wow, so that has been beautiful so far. So you have heard it. You have heard the plans. You have heard the arrangements for the convocation. Don't forget the theme is planted for flourishing and fruitfulness. Psalm 92 verse 13. So that should be your expectation that even as you are coming, you should already be looking at how you want to gain something from this. Don't just come for fun. Of course, yes, there's the place for fun like you have heard. Don't just come and say, okay, I want to see my friend. Come expectant. Come and meet with God. Come and hear what God has for you. You know, it's program like this that many future is being shaped. People are being settled. People settle their future in programs like that. And I believe that the Lord will bless you. God is ready for you. The leaders are ready. It's just for you to get registered. Make sure that is very important. Register. And when you are coming, don't forget to bring your plates and your spoon that you used to eat. Wherever you are accommodated, make sure you keep the place tidy, keep it neat. Obey camp rules. There are security operatives on ground. You may not see them in their uniforms, and they may also be uniformed. Don't be caught under the law. Yeah, obey camp rules, and you enjoy your stay in Camp Yafi. Yeah. Closing words.
Yeah, thank you very much. On this note, there's something I forgot to put in place before. Please, if you have any ailment that you think we need to know, please don't hesitate to reach out. Probably you're on a medication or you're on a special, something that we need to consider your accommodation or your feeding. Please reach out to your area leader so that they can reach out to the appropriate quarter. Then we'll know how to take care of you. From the medical director, they will prepare for you. And if there is anything you think you need, we should know. Don't hesitate to tell us. So on this note, the only thing I need to say is that as I'm hopeful, waiting for the convocation to come, just like knocking at the door now that maybe it's tomorrow, I'm sure you're hopeful too. And I believe that by the time you will come, you will go home transformed in Jesus' name.
Closing words, sir.
All right. I just want to encourage everyone to take care and take advantage of the spiritual program and also the social aspect of it. All our young brothers, our young sisters, we are coming together by the grace of God. As you close your eyes in prayer, open your eyes in, you understand, in the light of what I am talking about. You know, let us look around. There are many opportunities for us, but let us be convinced and be. The Bible says, "Let every man be persuaded, fully persuaded, and let the Spirit of God guide us." We'll choose right in Jesus' name. Like our moderator has said, come expectant, come open to receive from the Lord, and then just make sure you maximize all the opportunities that you have to your advantage and to the glory of the Lord. Whatsoever things are good, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are of good report, Bible says, think on this thing.
Thank you very much, sir. So I want to say thank you very much, Elder Sam Olusegun and Dickness Funmi Ajayi. It's been a wonderful time, and I'm sure you are prepared already with all this that you have heard. Just take note, like I said, think about these things, and I'm sure, certainly, after the convocation, you are not going to remain the same. You'll be blessed and you'll continue to be blessed. Thank you very much for staying tuned. God bless you. Amen.